Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
60 Eagles. Come on. Cowboy 80. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Rig alert. 70 Lions.
First carry here for Ken Walker. And he'll get this out to about the 40. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 5.
Let's go. Hey, Hawk 70. Riggs. Go.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Timberwolves. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Panther 60.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Down to the 41.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, and turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw. We'll get that to Charbonnet. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On the set. Back. Street. Check. Smack. Hey, smack. Check. Panther. No, check. Rig alert. Ready.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, 27 yards. And the Seahawks will strike first here in this wild card matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And that flag accepted.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. Only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And the Seahawks 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Here we go. Set. Mustang. Panther 60.
They'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's go now. Ready.
Gibbs straight ahead. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
John Parker Romo on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Come on, come on. Set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Now 2nd and 9.
Ready. 7, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Panther 11, Panther 11. Let's go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Gravity Lions. Ready, ready.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Cougar 19.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
They were backed up behind the sticks, but he still found a way to make that first down happen. That's the kind of fight every coach hopes his franchise quarterback has in him. Look a tough situation like that in the eye and come up with a solution on the spot.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 29, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Ready? Mustang 19. Ready?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he's going to start up and run. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Let's go now. Viking 18.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching it where he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. 1st down.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Rick Woolen in on the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get him next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
A quick hitter complete. It's Gibbs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And the Lions, 1st down.
Come on. Hey.
A gain of 27.
He'll look to throw.
And the Lions,
Got his man. It's Williams. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
They'll look to throw again. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
19, 19. Go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Right side, he finds his receiver, Horton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO, and he'll keep it. He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
Ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Horton. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Rig. 60 vices. 60 vices. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Kayvon Thibodeaux in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They're going to look to throw. He completes this to Walker. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Here we go. Here we go.
The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
2nd and 6. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Get it.
Back to throw here. He's got a man. Downfield is Horton. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Ready.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. To try here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score is Seahawks 34, Lions 3. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. they'll keep it. And he wisely will throw that one away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Back to throw again. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together, as that brings up another fourth down.
They're going to try and throw. It's Williams on the catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Going for the deep ball. Touchdown! Isaac TeSlaa, 37 yards. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
It feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Lions 10. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made, is the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready?
Straight ahead, Walker. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go. Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. It's Horton. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 6.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Down at the 25.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
On the set.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. I got to think at this point, third quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
60 average. 19, 18, 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
Looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
19, 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now back to throw. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gibbs.
Second and 4 at the 6-yard line.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
They'll set up a throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
60 Eagles, 6, Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, but that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
Got it. Ready?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Walker hitting the ball is out, and the Lions have recovered.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Ready,
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Cowboy 80.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
He'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
And the Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's dropped down. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Another Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped him.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Okay, ready.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Set. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Check go.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Oh, and
Coaches come into a game preaching total team effort. CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Michael Dixon to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And bulldozing his way through.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Mustang 19, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger, 19 Lion, Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Right side to Williams.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy.
Now an injured player here, so a stoppage, and that's Jameson Williams who's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Pass caught, Arroyo right side.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Cowboy 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here's Walker.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Here we go, set.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Second and 12.
Here we go, here we go.
Another run for Gibbs here. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping it on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 48 yards. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation. And now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Open man, there's Bobo. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Well, they're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's good for the Lions.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Detroit.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
50 yards.
And the Lions are able to at least get one score back.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And he missed it. It wouldn't have mattered. They were going to lose either way, but the game ends strangely on a missed PAT.
The Seahawks, they are moving on as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.